Viewers, today themed dental care of feline. Before this point, buy in my feed. Your feline necessities spotless, sharp teeth, and solid gums. Harm to the tongue, teeth, sense of taste and gums can prompt numerous well-being gambles for cats. However, these can be forestalled with standard home checkups and typical brushings. In the event that your kitty's mouth has a strangely solid smell, he might have stomach-related issues or a gum condition like gum disease, and ought to be analyzed by a vet. With your feline confronting you, delicately push back his lips and investigate. The gums ought to be firm and pink, not white or red, and ought to give no indications of enlarging. The teeth ought to be perfect and liberated from any caramel tartar, and none ought to be free or broken. Watch for any of the accompanying signs that could show issues in your feline's mouth. Dull red line along the gums. Red and enlarged gums. Ulcers on gums or tongue. Free teeth. Discharge. Trouble biting food. Inordinate slobbering. Inordinate pawing at the mouth region. At any indication of gum irritation, you ought to take your feline in for a veterinary test. Whenever left untreated, gum infection can grow, prompting tooth misfortune or powerlessness to eat. Inflammation may likewise highlight an inward issue like kidney illness or feline immunodeficiency virus. Microorganisms and plaque-framing food sources can cause a development on a feline's teeth. This can solidify into tartar, perhaps causing gum disease, retreating gums and tooth misfortune. All you'll have to clean your feline's teeth are Q-tips and a little toothbrush and container of toothpaste planned for cats. You can likewise utilize salt and water. Request that your vet recommend the brushing supplies that he trusts, and be certain never to utilize toothpaste intended for individuals. The fixings can be unfortunate for your feline. Clean your feline's teeth at home by following these basic advances. First, get your feline used to having her teeth clean. Begin by delicately rubbing her gums with your fingers or contacting a Q-tip to them. After a couple of meetings, put a smidgen of feline-formed toothpaste all the rage to get her used to the taste. Present a toothbrush planned particularly for felines. It will be more modest than human toothbrushes and have milder fibers. Toothbrushes that you can wear over your finger are likewise accessible and permit you to give a pleasant back rub to your feline's gum. Apply the toothpaste to her teeth for a delicate cleaning. Bite toys can fulfill your feline's regular craving to eat, while making her teeth solid. Biting on a bite toy can likewise assist with flossing your feline's teeth, knead her gums and scratch away delicate tartar. Assuming your feline experiences any of the side effects referenced underneath, kindly see the vet immediately. Gum disease. This aggravation of the gums is primarily seen in more established felines. It might begin as a dull red line verging on the teeth. Whenever left untreated, gums might end up being sore and ulceration might happen. This might be an indication of filth or other disease. Periodontists. If gum disease attacks the tooth attachment, the tooth might turn out to be free and a sore might shape. Stomatitis. This irritation of the mouth coating might result from an unfamiliar body in the mouth, a viral sickness or dental issues. The feline will experience issues eating and within the mouth will seem red. Rat ulcer, a gradually growing sore or expanding on the upper lip. Salivary cyst. If salivary organs or conduits that convey spit to the mouth become hindered, a sore might frame under the tongue. Mouth ulcers. Ulcers on a feline's tongue and gums are in some cases Hi, viewers, today topic ear care of cat. Before this topic, subscribe my channel. Your feline's ears might have the option to get a pack of treats being opened across the house, yet they may as yet utilize a little assistance remaining clean. Observing your kitty's ears once each week for wax, garbage and contamination will assist those delicate sonar identifiers with remaining lively and caution to everything you might do. External ear check. A solid cat ear fold, or pinna, has a layer of hair on its external surface with no uncovered spots, and its internal surface is perfect and light pink. In the event that you see any relief, redness or enlarging, your feline's ears ought to be really taken a look at by a veterinarian. Inward ear exam. Bring kitty into a peaceful room where there could be no different pets. Tenderly overlap back every ear and gaze down into the trench. Sound internal ears will be pale pink in variety, convey no trash or smell and will have negligible if no earwax. On the off chance that you observe that your feline's ears are built up with wax or you recognize a smell, if it's not too much trouble, get her for a veterinary test. Ear cleaning 101. Place a smidgen of fluid ear cleaner, ask your vet for a proposal, onto a perfect cotton ball or piece of dressing. Overlap kitty's ear back delicately and wipe away any garbage or earwax that you can see on the underside of her ear. Lift away the soil and wax as opposed to scouring it into the ear. Also, don't endeavor to clean the waterway. Examining within your feline's ear can cause injury or disease. Indications of ear problems. Watch for the accompanying signs that might show your feline's ears ought to be really looked at by a veterinarian. Tenacious scratching and pawing of the ear region. Aversion to contact. Head shifting or shaking. Loss of equilibrium and bewilderment. Redness or enlarging of the ear fold or waterway. Horrendous smell. Dark or yellowish release. Aggregation of dull earthy colored wax. Hearing misfortune. Dying. Realize your ear disorders. Ear vermin are normal parasites that are profoundly infectious among pets. Indications incorporate extreme tingling of the ears and garbage that looks like espresso beans. Ear contaminations are normally brought about by microbes, yeast or unfamiliar garbage trapped in the ear waterway. Treatment ought to be looked for promptly as ear contaminations can cause impressive uneasiness and may demonstrate sensitivities, hormonal irregularities or genetic illness. Blood rankles, hematoma, are the aftereffects of blood aggregation in the ear fold. Hi, viewers, today's topic is eye care of cat. Before this topic, subscribe to my channel. A decent home eye test not long prior to prepping can sign you into any tearing, hull, shadiness or irritation that might show a medical issue. The following are not many basic hints to keep your kitty's eyes brilliant and sound. Face your feline in a splendidly lit region and look at her without flinching. They ought to be clear and brilliant, and the region around the eyeball ought to be white. Her students ought to be equivalent in size. Roll down your kitty's eyelid delicately with your thumb and investigate the cover's coating. It ought to be pink, not red or white. Clear away any hard gunk off of your feline's eyes with a moist cotton ball. Continuously wipe away from the side of the eye, and utilize a new cotton ball for each eye. Clip away any lengthy hairs that could be hindering her vision or jamming her eyes. Make an effort not to utilize eye washes for eye drops except if they've been endorsed by your vet. How might you let know if something is off about either of your feline's eyes? Pay special attention to the accompanying release. Watering. Red or white eyelid linings. Dry gunk toward the edges of the eye. Tear-stained fur. Shut eyes. Shadiness or change in eye tone. Noticeable third eyelid. Certain non-verbal communication will likewise make you aware of conceivable eye trouble. On the off chance that your feline is continually squinting or pulling at her eye region, give her eyes a decent examination. Assuming that you find any of the above side effects, you ought to quickly call your vet. The accompanying eye-related messes are normally found in felines. Conjunctivitis, one or both of your feline's eyes will look red and enlarged, and there might be release. Third eyelid distension. If the third eyelid becomes noticeable or crosses your feline's eye, he might have an injury or might be experiencing looseness of the bowels, worms or an infection. Keratitis. If your feline's cornea becomes aggravated, the eye will look shady and watery. Waterfalls. This obscurity on the eye is in many cases found in old and diabetic felines. Glaucoma. The cornea becomes overcast and the eye augments because of an expanded strain in the eyeball. Swelling eye. Bulging can happen in view of mishap or injury or an eye growth. Retinal infection. Partial or complete vision misfortune can happen when light delicate cells at the rear of the eye degenerate. watery eyes. The fur around your feline's eyes might be stained with tears in view of impeded tear conduits or an overproduction of tears. Numerous cat-like eye problems can be treated with vet-recommended drops or balms. Your vet will tell you the best way to apply eye and ear drops at home. The most effective way to forestall eye conditions is to ensure your feline gets every one of her immunizations and has exhaustive checkups. If it's not too much trouble, inspect her eyes consistently and counsel a vet in the event that you track down any irregularities. Eye conditions that are left untreated can prompt hindered sight or even visual deficiency. Hi, viewers, today topic is nail care of cat. Before this topic, subscribe to my channel. Does your kitty vanish when the trimmers emerge? Do you need to envelop her by a towel to give her a nail trim? Follow these moves toward assist your feline with unwinding while you trim. Pick a seat in a tranquil room where you can serenely sit your feline on your lap. Get her when she's loose and, surprisingly, drowsy, for example, in her lethargic, after-dinner state. Take care that she can't see any birds, wild creatures or activity outside adjacent windows, and ensure no different pets are near. Tenderly take one of your feline's paws between your fingers and back rub for no longer than 3 seconds. Assuming your feline pulls her paw away, don't press or squeeze, simply follow her signal, staying in touch. At the point when she's still once more, give her cushion a little press so the nail reaches out, then, at that point, discharge her paw and quickly give her a treat. Do this each and every day on an alternato until you've become acquainted with every one of the 10. Your feline ought to be quiet with the trimmers before you endeavor to manage her nails. Sit her on your lap, put a piece of uncooked spaghetti into the trimmers and hold them close to your feline. On the off chance that she sniffs the trimmers, set a treat on top of them for her to eat. Next, while kneading one of your feline's toes, delicately press her toe cushion. At the point when the nail broadens, cut the spaghetti with the trimmers while as yet holding your feline's paw tenderly. Presently discharge her toe and immediately give her a treat. The pink piece of a feline's nail, called a fast, is where the nerves and veins are. Try not to cut this delicate region. Cut just the white piece of the paw. It's smarter to be careful and cut less of the nail instead of chance cutting this region. On the off chance that you really do unintentionally cut the speedy, any draining can be halted with a styptic powder or stick. It's smart to keep it close by while you trim. With your feline in your lap confronting away from you, take one of her toes in your grasp, back rub and press the cushion until the nail broadens. Presently trim just the sharp tip of one nail. Discharge your feline's toe and immediately give her a treat. In the event that your feline didn't see, cut another nail, yet don't manage multiple paws in that frame of mind until your feline is agreeable. Then, at that point, reward her with a unique treat. An nail managing like clockwork to about 14 days is suggested. In the event that your feline will not allow you to cut her paws, ask your vet or a custodian for help. Assuming your feline opposes, don't speak loudly or rebuff her. Never endeavor a cutout when your feline is disturbed or you're vexed. Furthermore, don't rush, you might cut into the fast. Try not to attempt to manage your feline's hooks all at once. Try not to declaw your feline. This medical procedure includes cutting off the finish of a feline's toes and is profoundly deterred by the ASPCA. All things considered, trim routinely, furnish your feline with fitting scratching posts and get some information about delicate plastic covers for your feline's paws. Hi, viewers, today topic is solid paws of cat. Before this topic, subscribe to my channel. Felines need solid feet to scratch, climb and accomplish their renowned gymnastic arrivals. That is the reason it's vital to consistently inspect and clean your feline's paws and ensure they're twisted free. Your feline's feet ought to continuously be kept clean. Beside causing torment, unfortunate substances that adhere to her feet might wind up on her tongue during preparing. When every day, Give your feline's paws a delicate wipe with a soggy fabric, checking between her toes and around the paw cushions. Keeping your floors and different surfaces liberated from garbage and family synthetic compounds will go quite far to assist with keeping your feline's feet clean. Felines are normal travelers who in some cases get into unfamiliar spots. Check your feline's paws consistently for any cuts, wounds, splinters or swellings. Eliminate splinters or trash delicately with tweezers and clean any little cuts. Assuming you notice any blood, discharge or a strange smell, if it's not too much trouble, take your feline to the vet to check for disease. Long-haired kitties might have hair in the middle of between their toes. On the off chance that this disturbs your feline, you'll be aware in the event that she licks at the hair fanatically. Trim them delicately with a little sets of adjusted scissors. Be careful about your kitty's touchy paw cushions. In blistering and chilly climate, saturate them with a vet-prescribed item in attempt to abstain from allowing your feline's feet to contact freezing porches, warm walkways or other awkward surfaces. Assuming that you notice your feline fanatically cleaning her paws, limping or leaning toward one leg, if it's not too much trouble, examine. She could require veterinary consideration. Hi, viewers, today's topic is shedding of cat. Before this topic, subscribe to my channel. Shedding is a feline's normal course of losing dead hair. Indoor felines can shed throughout the entire year. Consistently preparing your feline and vacuuming hair from your home ought to limit the burden of shedding. Be that as it may, assuming you see uncovered patches in your feline's fur or notice a critical loss of hair, the fundamental reason might be a well-being related issue and ought to be explored by a veterinarian. An assortment of clinical, dietary and stress-related issues can make your feline lose more hair than is ordinary. On the off chance that you notice he's horrible and unnecessary measure of hair or has uncovered patches, if it's not too much trouble, counsel your veterinarian right away. Your feline might be experiencing one of the accompanying medical problems. Sensitivities. Ringworm. Bacterial disease. Insects. Hormonal lopsidedness like hyperthyroidism. Less than stellar eating routine. Stress. Certain prescriptions. Pregnancy or lactation. Sun-related burn. In the event that your feline fanatically licks, nibbles or scratches, or on the off chance that he's horrible patches of hair or stops to scratch or chomp similar few spots perseveringly, then, at that point, it's significant you take him in for a veterinary test. There might be a clinical, dietary or stress-related issue that needs quick consideration. On the off chance that your feline sheds a ton and your veterinarian has verified that there is no hidden clinical reason, there are a couple of things you can do to limit his going bald. Feed him a solid, adjusted diet. Groom him routinely. Inspect your feline's skin and coat during your prepping meetings. Checking for balding, redness, knots, cuts, bugs, ticks or different parasites will be a quick method for deciding if you really want to go to the vet to settle your pet's shedding. On the off chance that your feline shedding is ordinary, the most exceedingly terrible you might wind up with is a bushy closet and home. Your feline, in any case, may experience the ill effects of hairballs on the off chance that she isn't prepped routinely. Assuming that her shedding is because of a basic clinical reason, including sensitivities, parasites, contaminations or infections, her well-being might keep on declining on the off chance that you don't look for veterinary consideration. Furthermore, felines who are not prepped suitably can become tangled. This is particularly valid for long-haired felines. Tangled hair can be difficult and lead to fundamental skin issues. Hi, viewers, today's topic is skin problems of cat. Before this topic, subscribe to my channel. The state of your feline's skin means that her general well-being. At the point when a skin issue happens, your feline might answer with unnecessary scratching, biting as well as licking. A large number of makes, from outer parasites and sensitivities, occasional changes and stress, or a blend of these, might be influencing your feline's skin and ought to be examined. Skin issues are perhaps of the most well-known reason pet guardians look for veterinary consideration. Side effects of skin problems in cats: consistent scratching, licking and gnawing at the skin, particularly around the head and neck. Scabs, redness or aggravation, round, flaky patches on the face and paws, dry, flaky or generally disturbed skin, balding, bare patches, hairballs, rashes, swellings, protuberances or skin staining, seepage of blood or discharge. One of the next might be causing an irregularity with your feline's skin and ought to be explored. Ringworm. This profoundly infectious contagious contamination can bring about aggravation, layered patches and balding. Injuries are most regularly seen on the head, ears and paws, yet at times no signs are seen. You'll need to have your veterinarian treat it promptly to forestall different pets and individuals in the family from becoming contaminated. Bugs. Not just do insects bother the skin, felines can have a hypersensitive reaction when presented to them. Side effects generally incorporate unnecessary scratching, diminishing of hair over the foundation of the tail, outsides and red, raised skin sores. A few felines may likewise be delicate to bug treatment items. Certain insect restraints, for instance, may cause redness and bothering around the neck. Other outside parasites, ear vermin as a rule cause tingling and redness around the ears, and a dim, espresso ground-like material should be visible in the ear trenches. Lice can create extreme tingling, and mange parasites can cause serious chipping and scaling. Sensitivities to pollen. Your feline's consistent scratching might be because of her aversion to normal allergens from trees, form and grasses. Food sensitivities. Many food varieties, like hamburger, milk, poultry and corn, fillers and colorings should be visible as unfamiliar by your feline's safe framework and can prompt tingling and rashes. Preparing items. Certain shampoos and prepping items can aggravate your feline's skin. Occasional changes. Many felines, similar to individuals, get dry, flaky skin in the colder time of year. Ecological variables. Contact with specific synthetics or textures can cause skin bothering, as can openness to the sun or over-the-top virus. Bacterial or yeast contaminations. These diseases most generally follow the beginning of another skin issue. Cancers. An assortment of harmless and dangerous skin developments can foster in felines. Stress, anxiety might make felines unnecessarily lick and bite, causing going bald. You ought to visit your vet for a test when you notice any irregularity in your pet's skin, like unreasonable going bald, chipping and scaling, redness and uncovered patches, or then again if your pet starts to unnecessarily scratch, lick as well as nibble regions on his fur. Subsequent to getting a set of experiences and carrying out a careful actual assessment of your feline, your vet might play out a portion of the accompanying demonstrative tests to track down the reason for your feline's side effects. Skin scratching with discoveries assessed under a magnifying lens to check for bugs. Tape test to check for parasites. Individual hair assessment under a magnifying instrument. Bacterial culture and awareness tests. Skin biopsy. Food and other sensitivity testing. Blood tests to evaluate your feline's general well-being. Infinitesimal assessment of cells to lay out assuming that microorganisms or yeast are available. Which cats are prone to skin problems? As a result of the wide scopes of causes, felines of any age and breeds are vulnerable to issues including skin. Youthful, old, immunocompromised and felines living in stuffed, unpleasant conditions might be more helpless to skin issues than others. To prevent skin problems, utilize normal, hypoallergenic cleansers and shampoos suggested for use on felines. Brush your feline routinely to forestall matting of hair. Feed your feline a solid, adjusted food without fillers or counterfeit fixings. Execute an insect treatment program suggested by your veterinarian. Completely spotless and vacuum your home, and make sure to continuously discard the pack. Give quiet day-to-day environments to your feline. Your vet might recommend skin creams as well as oral prescriptions to forestall skin issues. To treat skin problems, get some information about the accompanying medicines. Effective items, including shampoos, plunges and splashes, to forestall and treat parasites. A fair eating routine to assist with keeping up with solid skin and coat. Antimicrobial or antifungal prescriptions. A dietary enhancement containing fundamental unsaturated fats. Corticosteroids and allergy meds might be recommended to control tingling. Hypoallergenic diet for food sensitivities.